Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, we clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Bowman. It's complete on the right side. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Freeman. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. They feed him again. At midfield, he's got room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They're gashing this defense.
They'll leave it with him. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Now they'll run the draw. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Second down. That's the end of the first quarter with the game scored.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, looking for a man. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hard running there. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
With the catch, it's Owens. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fair catch called for and made.
My phone.
Offense in an empty set. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got his man down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Using his legs to buy some time. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, LSU 7, Oklahoma State 3.
The Cowboys will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Movement here from the tight end. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Catch in the middle, it's Presley. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wide out in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up second and goal.
Now on second and goal. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Bowman. Trying to get to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oklahoma State 10, LSU 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for room. It's Durham.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They're just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Now adjusting. Fires toward the target. Got it past the marker. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it in the last minute.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
Wide receiver now comes in motion.
OSU.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That's caught. It's Daniels. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the 1st down.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you...
Touchdown, Tigers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Critical juncture of the game late when you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
And the point after is good. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout. So there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Grab near the marker. It's Gordon. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him. And then, boom, he hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
And the Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The quick out. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Pulls it in. It's Owens. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Bowman. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. He caught it. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.